Hey everyone, welcome to another video and thank you for tuning in. First, Happy New Year, and I hope you guys had a great holiday season. Well, I'm actually in a 2022 Tesla Model S Plaid. I took delivery of this thing maybe about a week before Christmas. So let's get to the fit and finish of what a 2022 Model S looks like now. So let's start with the big one first. I know everybody is always interested in panel gaps. So let's get outside, walk around this thing, and I'll go over the hood alignment, trunk alignment, doors, and all that. And all right, I'm on the driver's side. So again, take a look. Pretty even all the way down. Then along the headlights there. Going over to the other side. And again, that looks pretty good. You know, the hood alignment is really nice on this. And you can see here on the fenders to the bumper. I'll go over it slow and then compare it to the other side. So there's maybe a couple millimeters difference, but nothing that anyone would just say, oh my gosh, that's a huge difference. All right, let's move on to the doors. That alignment right there is very nice. On my old Model Y, the rear door was always just a little bit lower than the front door. So this one looks pretty good, and the panel gap is pretty even all the way down and then across the bottom as well. Let's move to the front of it, and again, it's pretty consistent. And then the rear door and how it matches to this rear quarter right here. Again, on the my old Model Y, that was a little bit of an issue and had to get the door aligned once. So but this one looks really good. And again, the door gap going down, pretty even. Rear quarter is pretty nice along the bumper. It's a really tight fit. Then of course the trunk, right? It's actually butted up pretty good to it, and I'll try to show you that there's really no lift in that. And the gap again is very consistent going all the way down. Let's compare that to the other side. Again, here you go. And you see the size of this gap. And I'll bring it over again to the other side so you can see. This one might be a little wider, but again, you'd really have to be nitpicking at this. The tailgate, again, this is very, very even all the way across. And this right here, the bumper matches up really tightly against the rear fender, rear quarter panel, I'm sorry. So that is looking really good. I mean, let me know in the comments if you think I'm missing anything. The carbon fiber lip is actually stuck on pretty good. That was another issue on my old Model Y, where the performance one was the corners were lifting up even on delivery day. There was a little bit of play in it. Again, here's the rear door. You can see it's pretty consistent all the way down, and that line right there matches up very nicely, and so does the front door to the back. Pretty consistent all the way down. Now, the only thing I've done to this car so far is I've tinted the windows, so nothing else has been done to it. This is the way it came from the factory. Now, I will say, let's start talking about paint now. So the paint is, overall, it's pretty good, but I'm going to show you a couple things to look out for. One is right here. I don't know if it's coming through, but I can tell you that there is some heavy orange peel, and I don't know, that's probably, it is a factory thing, I'm sure, and I don't know if it's on all Model S's. I'll have to take a look at that just for fun, go back to the dealership and just walk around and see if I can see that on other cars. But right here, there's a heavy amount of orange peel. I'll see if I can get that angle. I just don't know if it's coming through, and it's on both sides. Let me walk over to the other side for you. And like I said, I think it's in the painting process. I don't know if you guys are really going to be able to see that. I'll try to get it at different angles. It is something that's noticeable, but it, you know, again, you got to really get up on it to see it. And then overall paint quality. If you were thinking about the blue, I would highly recommend it. This blue is absolutely beautiful. I originally was against getting the blue, but now that I actually got it, it's almost has a purple tint to it from different angles. It is fantastic. You know, so if you're thinking about it, I would say, and you like blue, it does have a slight color shift to it that is just, again, in the sun, it just hits and it is amazing. Getting back to the paint. So overall, it's a decent paint job. There are some, you probably can't see it, but right here, there's dirt in the paint from the factory. It's one of those things that I don't think any manufacturer can completely get rid of. I noticed that there were a couple other specks in the doors as well that they probably can, I don't know if they're really going to be able to, you know, buff them out. Some of them look like fish eyes that is just, so there's going, it's probably going to have to be there unless you get the whole portion of the, whatever, the door, quarter panel repainted. You know, for me, it's not that big of a deal, but if you are a stickler about your paint, you may want them to not detail it and have someone you trust detail it, you know, for you. That way you can see all the little things that are in the paint and get rid of them, you know, in the right way. Because I'm not sure that the guys at the dealership, no offense to them, but are always the best at detailing, you know, a car. The other thing that I noticed that I didn't catch at delivery was this. And it's not a big deal, but you know, there was a little nick there, and you can see I didn't catch it on delivery day, but yep, just a little nick. And then there was also one on the door itself that they used as a little touch-up that I didn't see. And it's right there. It looks kind of like dirt, but yeah, they used a little touch-up paint from this angle. Well, I don't know, again, I don't know if it's coming through on the camera, but that's it. But overall, I think they've definitely stepped it up on the Model S, at least for the fit and finish. Everything looks to be aligned well, and as a whole, it just looks like it's put together much better than my old Model Y. So hopefully this is something that they're just continuing to get better at, and you know. All right, moving on to the interior. You can see that the dash really lines up well with the door panel there. And again, there's really no loose panels or anything pushed away from the body itself, and everything looks like it's hugged up very tight. And again, I've had this car again about a couple weeks, and I've really been trying to go through it to see if anything's loose or, you know, could be better. And I haven't found anything yet. You know, nothing crazy, nothing hanging down, nothing loose. So, nothing wobbling. The weather seal, all the seals look really good, nothing coming off or already, you know, bubbling up or anything like that. I had some weather seal issues on my Model Y. It just had to be basically put back into place. You can see all the trim really neatly buttoned down on all the trunk lids and on the body itself. Now, talking about the interior. Yep, this panel right here that covers the deep well portion of the rear trunk did not come with the car because they were having a shortage. So that is one of the pieces that actually did not, or that has to be delivered to me. So I basically made a service appointment for it, and now I'm just waiting on them to deliver it to the house. So that was funny. Everything else is in the vehicle. All of the USB or USB-C chargers, the wireless charging, there doesn't seem to be anything missing from this vehicle other than that one panel. All right, well, there you have it, the interior and exterior. Again, to me, the fit and finish looks pretty good. It's much better than when I took delivery of my Model Y Performance. So I think they actually have come up a little bit, and they're doing a lot better with their panel gaps, at least in this one. So let me know what you think. Do you think that they're getting better at their fit and finish, or is it still an issue? So again, thank you for watching, and as always, please go to your car meets, have fun with your mods, and enjoy what you have. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you on the next video.